friend, it's the most wonderful time of the... No, not yet. But when it is, I want everyone to be able to feel that way. Over the past few years, I've heard a lot of people saying Christmas just doesn't feel like Christmas anymore, and that it's lost some of the magic, and that's what growing up feels like. And I've had a couple of underwhelming years myself, but last year was really good again. So I thought I'd give some of my best advice so that everyone can have the best Christmas they could possibly have this year. And if you celebrate a different holiday like Hanukkah, I'm sure some of these tips will be helpful as well. So number 1, don't start celebrating too early. I know at the stroke of midnight on October 31st, you want to deck the halls with boughs of holly, but hear me out. Widening the time frame makes it a little less special, and you get burned out before the actual day arrives. So you might want to dial it back for a week or two. If you live in the United States, the day after Thanksgiving is a good one to start on. If not, just either find out when that day is and use that for yourself, or pick a day closer to Christmas Day. Number 2, look for new Christmas music to vary it up a bit. I highly recommend the album Christmas Child by Carbon Leaf. They have all new original songs that still fit in perfectly with the classics. A lot of the songs are the same songs sung by different people, and you hear the same song over and over and over. And eventually it's just 82 versions of Silent Night. And as much as I love the original Christmas classics, a little bit of new songs can really help spice things up and get you excited for Christmas. I'll leave a link to some of the ones that I like down below. Number 3, put a lot of thought into the gifts that you buy or make for people. This is a lot of help for getting ready into the Christmas spirit. The anticipation of how much they're going to love the gift that you got them, if you got them something that is very personal to them, really builds your hype for the Christmas season and the day that they get to open the gift and see what you got them. And you don't have to spend a lot of money. With a couple of dollars in the dollar store, you can make a great personal gift that people will love. If you like books, I highly recommend, I've got a couple here, The Legend of Holly Claus by Brittany Ryan and illustrated by Laura Long. Her illustrations are amazing. I bought the hard copy just for those. It's the story of the legend of Santa Claus's daughter, and it's really good. So I'll recommend that one. And then if you want a more religious holiday experience, I also like to read this during Advent, A Lineage of Grace by Francine Rivers, who, by the way, is one of my favorite authors. Her writing is amazing. It's the story of the 7 women in the lineage of Jesus leading up to Mary. So that is also awesome. Volunteer. That's number 5. Spread some Christmas cheer by getting a group together to help at a homeless shelter or sing Christmas carols at a nursing home. Or, any other things. If you have groups that get together and ring bells outside of shopping malls, just doing something to make other people's Christmas a little bit brighter. Number 6. Most churches have a Christmas play or musical. They're not only some lovely productions with great music and acting and costumes, and they often do different scenarios, not just the basic Christmas story. And it can get you a healthy helping of the true meaning of Christmas, which is a nice break from all of the materialistic stress that can be present during this time of year. Number 7, more peace on earth. You can still talk about politics and whatever else that you normally talk about, but try and do it in a peaceful way and looking for peaceful solutions. Show a little goodwill toward men in this situation being all of the human race and not just guys in particular. Number 8, traditions. Traditions everywhere. If your family doesn't have enough, start new ones. This can be a special breakfast on Christmas morning. If you live in the southern hemisphere, maybe a pool party. I know some people who do that. If you live somewhere where there's a lot of snow, maybe you can do some fun things with snow. The possibilities are limitless. Number 9. The same thing as for music, but with movies. I brought some of my family favorites here. The Nativity Story, which is exactly what you would expect. It's the story of the first Christmas. The Santa Claus, you've probably heard of this one. The sequels are a little iffy, but the original is such a classic. This one's a huge family favorite. Christmas Vacation. It's very funny. It's got some language, so if you're sensitive to that, just be aware. But it's very funny. Of course, the Christmas classics, most of which you can find on TV somewhere during the Christmas season, but it's always nice to see Rudolph and Frosty and Santa Claus. And last one that you probably haven't heard of, if you've heard all the others, Christmas Child. You can see Max Lucado's story. It's a little bit different. It's got kind of some of the secular stuff as well as the religious stuff. But it's an interesting and unique Christmas story that I think you'll enjoy. Alright, number 10, this is important. Stay healthy. Nothing kills the holiday spirit quite like being sick. So remember to take your meds and vitamins, wash your hands, all that good stuff. Just make sure you stay healthy. Number 11, make sure you get all the friends and family involved. One unenthused Scrooge can really bring everyone down. If you've got someone, a coworker, a friend, who's just like, holidays are just social obligations and I hate people, and there's just nothing you can do to cheer them up, I'd say give them 3 days, try and maybe change their mind. You know, give them a little push into the Christmas spirit, make them see things in a brighter light. But if not, just kind of ignore them and keep on with your merry self. And number 12, say hello to friends you know and everyone you meet. Just be polite and nice to people. The holidays can be a stressful time for many, so just be patient when you're online, maybe strike up a conversation, and be nice. That's 12. I decided to do 12 because that's kind of a Christmassy number, you know, the 12 days of Christmas. If you have any other tips that I might have left out, please feel free to share them down below in the comments. And if you like any of this and think it might be helpful, please give me a thumbs up, and have a great day. Bye!
Bob's away.